Indian women's team drew the ODI series against Bangladesh after the third ODI ended in a tie. But what happened during and after that third ODI has taken the spotlight away from the result and put it firmly on Indian captain Harmanpreet Kaur, and not in a positive manner. Harmanpreet Kaur first showed her frustration by smashing the wicket with her bat after she was given out. As she walked back to the pavilion, she had a few more words to say to the umpires. At the post-match presentation, she called the umpiring pathetic. She said that the kind of umpiring they had seen, it was surprising, and the next time they came to Bangladesh, they will come specially prepared for that as well. She wasn't done though. At the trophy presentation then, as both teams prepared for a joint photograph, as the two captains stood for a photo with the trophy, she asked her opposite number to call the umpires on the stage, since she believed they had a huge role in getting Bangladesh team to tie the match. Bangladesh captain, she'd had enough. She refused to take a picture. She refused to get a picture clicked, taking her team back to the dressing room. Later, Smriti Mandhana, she called for neutral umpiring in such a series, saying ICC, BCCI and BCB, Bangladesh Cricket Board, will definitely have a discussion on this issue, and that's the need of the hour, so that they don't end up having such a problem again, and these things are not being discussed, and the focus is on cricket and cricket-related issues. Okay. I'm going to throw this open to both of you. 75% of match fee. Somebody asked rightly on Twitter, Jamie, that what more does she need to do to get 100% of her fee cut? I mean, how worse can that behavior be? And whether just cutting match fee is enough in a situation like this. You're representing a country. You've gone out there. You could have problems with umpiring. But that kind of behavior has to be condoned. It cannot go on like that, and a precedent has to be set.
Yeah, I agree. 75% of the match fee, even 100% of the match fee, or even 3 match fees, is not going to leave a dent, despite the fact that we know that India women's cricketers get paid far less. I'm very, very disappointed. First, with this visual here, again, not the first international cricketer to show disapproval by hitting the stumps, but that is absolutely not on. The comment about umpiring being pathetic, that's something which is said in the heat of the moment, and we've seen the umpiring. There were some very strange calls. So that part I'm okay with, because that's, if you feel something, I think you should be allowed to say it. But the hitting the stumps and then adding on things, it just reeks of sour grapes. Perhaps she arrived and with her team thinking that this is going to be an easy series. Maybe some part of it was just being jolted by the fact that the series was shared. Saying these things at the post-match presentation, calling for the umpires, that's not on at any level, be it the most basic school level, especially at the international level, because you're an icon. And again, what is the appropriate sanction? This is something which cricket has struggled with for decades, across both men's and women's cricket, and there's no easy answer to that. And we know BCCI is not going to do anything. And regarding neutral umpires, I mean, look, all this started in the 80s when Mike Gatting went and complained, and Imran Khan said, "You want something?" Imran Khan was the one who got neutral umpires. What happened? Pakistan went and smashed England. So we're looking at this for 40 odd years. Neutral umpires are not the solution. I just think, to wrap it up, it's just a bit of sour grapes from Harman and the team.
And a lot of it is also about how you didn't play good cricket, Chetan. That's the bottom line. And having said that, I mean, you cannot just say, oh, that's okay. Umpiring was bad, so, she's justified. Nothing justifies that.
No, that behavior cannot be justified. And yes, to a certain extent, I would say her reaction was because of the frustration that India did not perform well, not on this series, but the entire tour, really.
Yeah.
I think that was a bigger frustration for her, she being the captain and everything. But that behavior cannot be justified. I disagree with Jamie a little bit here that the BCCI cannot do anything. The BCCI should do 2 things here. One, they should complain to the ICC if, in fact, they do find that the umpiring was not in India's favor. Study it. Find the material, find the evidence. If it was not in India's favor, complain to the ICC, start getting neutral umpiring in women's cricket as well. If we are trying to grow women's cricket in every way, then this is also one way that we need to grow women's cricket with. The second thing, and far more important, that the BCCI should do is censure Harman. They need to punish her because right now women's cricket in India is just taking off. And there are thousands and thousands of little girls who are watching Harmanpreet Kaur, and that behavior is inexcusable. They see that behavior and they're going to try to replicate it. She is an idol and role model for those thousands of girls who are watching women's cricket and aspiring to be an Indian women cricketer.
Well said.
So this cannot go unpunished, and the BCCI really needs to take this step.